Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to review the Xiaomi MiTu Pocket Drone. This small brass quadcopter offers some pretty cool features such as a 720p camera, attitude hold, and even an infrared sensor that will enable you to battle your friends. So let's start by opening the box and see everything we get inside. Inside the box, first of all we can find the quadcopter without its battery, then the instructions manual. Unfortunately everything is in Chinese and there is no English manual. Then we can find the battery. This battery is a 920 mAh 1S LIHV battery. We also get in 4 propeller guards, 6 propellers, and a micro USB cable. On the top part of the quadcopter we can find the battery bay. In order to place the battery, just press it, and if you want to remove it you have to press this button over here and then just remove it like that. In order to charge the battery, you have to connect the micro USB port, and then the blue LED indicator is going to start flashing. Once the battery is full, both blue and red indicators will turn solid. The Xiaomi MiTu is pretty compact. It has almost the same dimensions of the DJI Rise Tello. Both quadcopters are using 8.5mm brushed motors, and they are both using 70mm propellers. However, these propellers are not interchangeable because the shaft of the MiTu is thicker, so you won't be able to use the propellers of the Tello on the MiTu and vice versa. The weight of the MiTu is 87.3 grams, so it's a little bit heavier than the Tello, which weighs 80.2 grams. But even though the MiTu is heavier, it uses a smaller battery, so you should expect a shorter flight time. Just like the Tello, on the bottom of the MiTu we can find a proximity sensor and also 4 rubber pads on the bottom of each motor. On the front of the MiTu we can find the 720p camera, and above it, this is not the second camera, this is actually the infrared light that will enable you to battle your friends. The MiTu is equipped with 2 infrared sensors on the front and also on its back, and I'm going to show you how it works later when I'm going to go over the features of the app. On the left side of the MiTu we can find a micro USB port. It is only being used in order to charge the MiTu, even though it has a 4GB onboard memory that is used to store the photos and videos that you take. You won't be able to access them through the micro USB port, and you will be able to retrieve them only through the MiTu app. The MiTu doesn't have any micro SD slot, so the 4GB onboard memory is not expendable. However, in my opinion, 4GB should be more than enough. Just like the Tello, the MiTu is designed to be flown either indoors or outdoors in a very calm day. If you're flying it indoors, it's recommended to use the propeller guards. They are very easy to attach and to remove. All you have to do is just snap it like that. Just make sure that both sides are attached. And then you can see, for example, right now the propeller guard is blocking the propeller, so you have to just twist it. These are pretty flexible, and now you can see the propeller moves freely. The propeller guards adds about 4.36 grams, and I'm going to measure the flight time with and without the propeller guards later in this video. In order to control the MiTu, you have to go to the Play Store or to the App Store. Then search for the Mi Drone Mini app. Download and install the app. And by the way, do not scan and download the app through the QR code because this is going to download the Chinese version. Then open the app. You will need to connect to your account, so either register a new account or you can also use your Mi Home account if you have one. After you're signed in, you need to allow the Mi Drone Mini app to access your photos and media in order to store your photos and videos. Then you have to turn on the Mi Drone Mini. It is done by short pressing this button and then long pressing it until the red LED indicator is going to appear. Hit enter device. Now you're going to go through this guide, so you can just go through it or skip it. It found the Mini Drone Mini Quadcopter. The default password is 1 to 9. It's already saved on my device, so it's not going to ask for the password. And as you can see, now it's connected. Controlling the app is very easy. On the top right we can find the battery status and the Wi-Fi signal indicator. Over here we have the settings button, so we can access all the photos and videos that are stored on the 4GB onboard memory of the Mi Drone. So for example, if you want to download a photo or video to your phone, you have to select it and press download, and now it was saved on my phone. And of course you can also delete it. So now for example, this photo was deleted. In addition, we can control the camera settings. The video options are 720p, and then it's going to capture an image on 1280 by 720. And if you choose a VGA resolution, it's going to capture a 2 megapixels image. You can also format the 4 GB or more memory. If you're going to perform it, it's going to restart the quadcopter. Then we have the Wi-Fi management, so you can change the SSID and the Wi-Fi password. You can also perform a firmware upgrade. If you want to update the firmware, you have to disconnect the MiDrone Mini, connect to your Wi-Fi network or your 4G networks, hit update. It's going to download an update if it's available, and then you'll be able to update the quadcopter after you're going to connect to it. Then we have the height restriction, so you can define it between 2 meters up to 25 meters. You can set the joystick sensitivity between low, moderate, or high. I think it's recommended to set it to moderate. Then you can toggle the joystick mode between mode 1 or mode 2. I'm used to mode 2, but if you wish, you can change it to mode 1, and then you can control the throttle on the right side, and controlling the pitch and the roll is going to be done by the left joystick. And you can also access the beginner guide that was shown to us as we started the app. On the bottom you can find the video recording and the picture capture buttons. So if you press this button, now the quadcopter is recording the video, and if you press it again, the video recording is going to be stopped, and capturing a photo is done by just pressing this photo button. Over here we can find the takeoff button, then we have the hand launch button, and we have this gaming button that allows you to battle your friends. You can see we have a crosshair on the center, so if you wish, you can battle your friend, and of course you need to have another mid-drone quadcopter, and then you need to shoot him. And you can see when I press this button, you can see the LED indicator starting to work. So because I have only one, I won't be able to show you how it works. I did try to place it in front of a mirror and see if it's going to take the hit, but it didn't work. If you want to perform a flip, you have to press this button. Of course, you need to be flying the quadcopter, and then you can perform a flip or roll. You can see we have these 4 buttons over here, and we have also this button that is right now grayed out because the quadcopter is not flying, that will enable you to enter headless mode. You can see, by the way, that we have here this bar that indicates our life. So as we take hits, this bar should be emptied. Right now it's full. If you want to quit the gaming mode, just press this joystick button, and now we are back to normal mode. So after this introduction, let's head outdoors and see how it flies. Okay, so I'm out here in the field. It's a pretty calm day. I've got the MiTu connected to my phone. And in order to take off, you have to place it on an even surface, wait for the gyro to calibrate, and then you have 2 options to take off. You can either press the take off button, and then it's going to take off to 1 meter. You can see that it's pretty agile and it's pretty responsive and fun to fly at a line of sight. Now I'm going to land it. Landing it is done by pressing the landing button. You actually have 2 buttons that do the exact same function, so just press the landing button, press OK, and you can still control the quadcopter so you can avoid some obstacles. Another takeoff option is the hand latch option, so just place the MiTu on your hand. You have to keep it steady because it has to be on an even surface. Wait for the gyro to finish calibrating, press the hand launch, OK, and just toss it in the air like that. And as you can see, it works pretty well. Let's start recording the video. You can see that there is a little bit yellow, maybe because of the wind. The MiTu is using 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so the control distance is higher than the Tello. Let's see if we can get to the stand part, which is about 50 meters for me. And I can still control it. That's pretty impressive. Let's come back. Now the Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. Maximum height was achieved. I defined it earlier for 10 meters. Now I'm going to try to come back. So the control distance is much better than the Tello. Now I lost orientation. Now the
battery low. Please be careful.
I'm trying to be careful. Let's bring it back. So the battery didn't last for a long time. I think I got less than 5 minutes of flight. Let's do some other maneuvers. So you can press this button in order to enter headless mode. Headless mode is pretty useful because you don't have to think about the orientation of the quadcopter, so right is right and left is left, so it makes it pretty easy to take selfie videos and photos. You also have an option to flip the quadcopter, but now it's not going to work because the battery is low, so you have to press this icon and then you can perform a roll or a flip in the direction of your choice. But again, it's not going to work when the battery is low. So let's land it. I'm going to try to land it on my hand. Let's see if it's going to work. Yes, and it worked. So overall, I think that the MiDrone Mini is a pretty cool toy. It has a nice design, it's easy and also fun to fly, both FPV and line of sight. Since it's using 5 GHz Wi-Fi, the control distance was much greater than the Tello, and that leads me to the main downside, which is the video and photo quality. I think the Tello is doing much better job capturing video because the stabilization of the Tello is much better than the MiTu. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for a toy quadcopter that will enable you also to battle your friends, the MiTu is the one for you. It's also a little bit cheaper than the Tello, although I just got a coupon that is going to lower the price for $97 or so you should check it out in the description box down below. So if you're looking to produce some videos on the go, the Tello is a better choice. And if you want a toy quadcopter, then maybe you should go with the MiTu. And if you're just looking for a selfie quadcopter just to take photos, these two are not the right quadcopters for you, and you should actually go for the Simi, which out of these three produces the best images since it has an 8 megapixels camera. So coming next is the video and photos that I took with the Xiaomi MiDrone Mini. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video. As always, if you have any questions about any of the quadcopters, feel free to ask it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.